Hello there, and excuse me, and welcome. Oh my god, why is that thing doing a weird thing again? It shouldn't be doing that. See, now I'm back again. Why is that doing that? OBS is just like playing around with me like that. Just being silly. Just being silly, OBS. Why you just... OBS just wants me to fly. Fly like a bird, I wanna fly away. Oh god. What's with my frog in my throat? Oh dearie me, oh dearie me. I may have drunk a few beers yesterday, so maybe that's just the that's just my body being like, what are you doing? OBS stands for Ota be small. Oh, I thought from... Oh, Poggy Pocket! Oh, I found my fan the other day. Where is it? I found it and now it's gone again. But I found it the other day. Thank you so much for the gift subs. You are the sweetest and it's ever so much appreciated. Oh, where's my fan? Where's my fan? Now all I have is my car keys. I'm gonna wave myself with my car keys. That doesn't really do anything. Well, they disappeared already. Where is my pen? I found it. It was in my bag earlier, and then I just threw it somewhere because I'm just not of fully sound mind most of the time. But I don't know why I said that. I'm actually of a pretty good sound mind, aren't I? But anyway, I'm super excited about today. I was like, genuinely the case. Like I was like, you know, when I play games and I didn't stream. Then, you know, sometimes you have like a game that really catches you and every day you come home and you want to continue playing or something, you know? But then sometimes I wasn't like streaming every day and, you know, and I don't have time to do that every day all the time. But I was so keen on just continuing the case because it's getting so exciting. So I was like, I don't want to wait another week. I don't want to wait another week. I want to do more of it, you know? So I want to just get, you know, see what's happening. And my words not good today. And then I said multiple times I was going to do like this Jackbox games and I was speaking with our wonderful mods LC and Kitchen and Noodle. I think Kitchen is still waking up, which is absolutely fine. Take your time, my dear. And then there were initially a session, hey, maybe we should try like just doing it first before we play it on stream, just to like be sure we know what's gonna happen. And I said no. I said we're just gonna embrace the chaos. So, but I mean, I'll say it later when we actually play it in the second half of today's stream. Be nice, be good. And, you know, don't make things hard for our wonderful mods because we love our mods and we don't want them to suddenly have to, you know, kind of control the madness that happens in what is Jackbox Games, I guess, right? Like, because I don't actually know. I genuinely do not know what actually Jackbox Games is. I have no idea. I didn't do any research. I just was like, I'm just gonna... LC suggested a few games that would be fun to have that they've played before, I believe. And I was like, okay, I'll buy this one. So that's the plan for today. We're gonna do some Great Ace Attorney, and then we're gonna play some Jackbox games for those who want to. And I think there's always like I don't know, you can play like 8 to 12 people depending on the game, or 8 people or whatever. So we're just gonna figure out how we're gonna do that depending on how many people are joining us, you know, and so that everybody gets a go. And yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Because the last stream was only 2 days ago, I wonder if I can do like a little recap for those of us who weren't there. And as I think about it, I don't know if I can. We were doing further investigations. What did we find out? We found out some important things. We found out about Daily Vigil's history and how sad it is. Because he has also sort of amnesia and lost his job, but he's been working so hard just on the side and as a peddler. And then we also spoke to the prison warden person, and he gave us papers for Kazuma, and then we spoke to Kazuma, and he told us about all the pain he went through, and, you know, so that's why he's allowed back on the mic, because it's been such a... I mean, I felt really sorry for him, because he's, like, literally... Oh, he was, like, woke up in a boat, and then, like didn't remember anything, and then went to Hong Kong, and then somehow made his way to the UK and still didn't remember who he was or whatever, and became a prosecutor then. All he knew was he needed to go to the UK because that was the last thing he remembered. I'm like, oh damn, boy, like, I felt a little selfish for being like, oh, like, oh, Kazuma, why don't you speak to me? And it's like, oh, this guy's really going through something. So, yeah. I think it's okay. I think, and now that he spoke to us also, we're like a little bit more on the same side again. So it's quite exciting. It's quite exciting, you know. Also thanks for joining for the first time in the chat here. Wait, what was it? First time chat I saw. Magantaski. I'll just do a like quick hello also. Who do we have in the chat? It's Lamina Rena. How's it going? AIM listens to Poggy Pocket, of course. Casey547, a very weird creature. And we got In the Wash 93. Is that just your birth year, or is it that you do 93 washes a week or something like that? Smarshall K reporting for court. We got Twyfairy in the chat as well, who is also streaming Great Ace Attorney. When do you stream Great Ace Attorney again, Twyfairy? I think you're just... Are you in the first case still, or second? I think you finished the first case, didn't you say, with Zach from Safe Data team? But yeah, like Twyfairy also streams Great Ace Attorney, so give them a watch if you can make it. And where was I? Zippy3651, Barrock's Footstool, the Scarecrow 65. Is the 65 then a year, birth year? I don't know. I'm curious. Or is it just there was already 64 Scarecrows, so you're the 65th one. Anticus V, or Anticus the 7th. Maybe it's Anticus the 7th. Apologist Ice, our #1 clipper. I love, can I also say, I love the fact that y'all doing like always these like great clips and everything. You may have seen that I like posted a bunch of shorts on YouTube this week, and I want to like kind of on the TikTok. I still don't quite understand how the TikTok works, but I'm giving it my best go. So much appreciated when you do like all the funny little clips and everything. I really enjoy that. Where was I? Eminem in the house, and Marizian also. Hello. Scribblenator, what's going on? How are you? And very good. You got a free electrical fan today because your neighbors threw out a perfect... Have I ever told you about my fan story with my first gambling experience? Have I told you all about that? Wait. Let me go through and then I can tell you that story. Bala Math, happy Sunday to you as well. And Blob Laponge, Denver Quay. Are you from Denver? Denver Quay? Aim listens to In the Wash. We got Aim blah blah blah. Who else is there? Cherry Mayo. I'm so sad I can't stay for Jackbox. Hope it goes well and decide to... let's see how it goes. If it's chaotic but fun, I shall. If it's chaotic and terrifying, I might change my mind. But you know what? I'm open to anything. So let's go. Let's go see what happens. This works though because your audience is small. Jackbox is a nightmare with 500. I agree. I think like if we have just a reasonably small group of people, then it's just like a fun little thing with friends. You know, we're just kind of doing a little group game. So I look forward to it. I very much look forward to it. We ended after talking to Kazuma. We did indeed. Streamed Sams, what's going on? You're here indeed. Gay baby parole. That's right. Kazuma is here as long as he's nice to us. Why the thumbs down? I didn't mean to do a thumbs down. Come on, reactions. We can do some confetti instead. Have I ever played apples to apples or Cards Against... I have played Cards Against Humanity. So that's a little bit like that. Awesome. Fire of Resolve, what's going on? Sadly, you missed the last stream. That's all right. We're still in the investigation phase, aren't we? So we're getting there. Who else we got? K-Nannery and I'm just going down the chat and seeing that I'm catching up. Did I miss anyone? I don't think I missed anyone. And I have caught up. And thanks for getting the last part of my name right somehow. Oh, Denver Quay. It's just a funny... So is Quay... What is the Quay for? Does it mean something? Or is that Denver Quay? So yeah, I can tell you my very first gambling experience was, it was before school. I think I was like 5 or something like that. And it was, my grandma gave me some money. Maybe I was 6 or 7. I don't remember. I just remember I got some money, and it was a lot of money for me at the time. Maybe it was like 20 German mark or something like that. It was before the euro. So yeah, it was a raffle. It was a raffle at my brother's school, which I later went to. Maybe I was already at school. I don't remember. Maybe I was 7. But it was like, I basically, got some money, and then there was a raffle, and I bought a raffle ticket. I bought like 1 or 2, and then I won a fan. I won like just a white fan, that kind of swivels and stuff like that. And I was like, that was like, obviously at that age, that was like the biggest thing I ever owned, ever received. That was like a big box with electrical thing. And I was like, oh my God, this is so exciting. And then I was like, well, I won this when I bought 2 tickets. So what could I win if I buy more? So I just kept buying more until I spent all the money I had and I didn't win anything else. And I was so upset. And I also quite remember this big feeling of guilt and shame. That's what I remember like the strongest. Because I was like, you fucking idiot. You could have had like a wonderful fan for like whatever 2 German mark, and instead you spent like all your money. You spent like your 20 marks on it, and you didn't get anything else. And I was like, that was stupid. And I felt really full of shame. And I think I went home and like my parents asked me where the money was, and I said I spent it all on a raffle. And they like, I don't know if they made me feel bad or something. Or like I forgot. But silver lining, they still have that fan. And it still works more than 30 years later. So that was some high-quality German product, So it was kind of a cheap fan, kind of a good purchase in that regard. But it taught me not to gamble. Let me just check something. My wonderful mods have messaged. How does it sound? Everyone, yeah, be sure. I'm just doing a quick reading. That sounds awesome. Wonderful mods. Oh, I also remembered I didn't need to type that. I could have just said that. Sounds awesome, mods. I read it now. I was like, because I just put my phone on quiet because I don't need it right now. But I did see that you messaged. So, love y'all, mods. Love you. And Noodle is, I believe, busy for now, but might be joining us later for Jackpot games. So, very exciting. Balaroth. The Balaroth is here. And Denver Quay, you said that's your surname, I think. Did I read that right? Quay. Because hold on. Quay, is that, is that like a... I want to say like, when I say African name, that sounds so generic, but is it like sort of, could it be like Ghanaian or something? Or maybe Kenyan or something, Quay? I'm not sure. But anyway. So let's see. What else was I going to say? Was there something else? I forget. I don't remember. Oh, I think like, it's like Silk Song. It feels like one of the most anticipated games in recent times, doesn't it? And I've only played Hollow Knight through like once. Not in the very crazy, like there's like all these different endings. But I thought, maybe I'll stream Silk Song when it comes out. For a little bit. Just to see. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll play that next week or the week after. Not sure yet. But that sounds like it could be fun. Because it's a fun game. Quay. Oh, Chinese. Oh, shit. Of course it can be as well. I wonder... I've heard like Kwame or something like that. For some reason, I associated with that. There we go. Well, the world is big, and I love that about it, you know? Hollow Knight is like my favorite game of all time. I bet. I mean, there's so many people that were like, holy shit, you know, Silk Song announced, I'm drowning, everyone, drowning in the... Okay. Let's do it. Let's play some great Ace Attorney. We're back to it. I'm also very happy about my... what y'all think of my new camera? I really like my new camera. It's also such that it has like a focus on the eye, so it doesn't focus on my fingers because it prioritizes face. But that does mean when I do something like this, it doesn't focus on that. Which I guess makes sense, but if I wanted it to focus on the fingers, it doesn't. But it has a really good autofocus, I think. But anyway, very smooth and not at all... No grainy eyebrows. Ooh, look, I moved my microphone and none of these people fell down. Isn't that exciting? Like a pro. Still debating whether to get Silksong at launch, but it might be fun to play along if you do get it at launch. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder, how do people like normally feel about when you like, when a game comes out for the first time? Do you like watching someone stream it, or do you prefer playing it first and then see somebody stream it? I'm just curious. Obviously, if somebody doesn't want to see it before they played it first, they don't have to, you know? Yeah, I'm kind of excited about it because I thought when I first saw Hollow Knight, I was kind of like, when I just looked at it, I was like, I don't know if that sounds that exciting, but playing it was like, it's really fun, but I found it actually quite difficult at some point when you like didn't know where to go next or something, when you have explored a lot of the map. So it'll be interesting to see Silksong, because obviously when we had a first foliage, when it first comes out, it was quite Silksong. It might be difficult, but let's see. I'm sure they have polished it quite well after all this time. Anyway, time for some great Ace Attorney, because I want to see if we can make it to court in the next couple of hours. That'd be really fun. Let's see. Is there stuff here? Oh, there we go. I was literally just about to ask. I wonder if, you know, what we should do next. What to do. The game knows me. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? It's rather unusual to find ourselves here in the middle of our investigations. It's just occurred to me that I might have forgotten something when we left this morning. My spade. Please don't worry. As long as you continue to investigate thoroughly, you won't go far wrong. Oh, yes, of course. I must get back to work as soon as possible. Okay, so I guess there's nothing in here. Would there be... We see we've already done all of this. We don't need to do this again. We don't need to do the whole spade thing again. Or shovel thing. Ooh, but this is not... Why haven't we not clicked on this? Whenever you serve me tea, it always takes me back to Japan. I know you're not particularly fond of the bitter taste, are you? So I do always try to pick out less bitter matcha for you. She does often serve up an unusually mellow blend, it's true. But the anticipation of the taste in my mouth makes me bitterly worried anyway. It is very difficult for you, isn't it? Very hard. Very hard indeed. Okay, so where do we need to go next? Maybe let's just go to Sham's suit and see what's happened. Not suit, suite. Oh no, we have done all of this as well. Unless we're supposed to present something to her. What did we present? Iris, have a look at this.
That's not right. I thought you were supposed to say objection, like when you present evidence.
No, that's only in court.
That's not fair. If you won't say it, then I won't look.
Ah.
Yay, that was great. Right, next.
All right, I get the message. Someone's not in the mood for looking at things. Okay, it doesn't feel like this is right. Maybe Lord Chief Justice Office? Maybe we got something else to do here? Oh, there's no one to talk to. No one here. Maybe we go to the hotel? Maybe we go to the Great Waterloo Hotel. Nope, nothing to do here. Just stare at a man with some suitcases. Dragon Nerd Izzy, what's going on? How are you? What's for dinner today? Are you making something nice? I've had a very delicious meal today, actually. I posted it in our Discord. I was quite proud, actually. No, I don't know, proud is the right word, but I made just a very simple meal the other day. It was just chicken and potato and vegetables, and made some gravy, and it's so good. Just simple food, just gravy and potato and chicken and veg. Very good, very good. Got back from Herb. Your mum will be making dinner. Not sure what. Oh, well. Well, you were the other day. You were always talking about the great food you were making, so that's why I was asking. Sounded like you like making food. Sounds so British. British. Well, it was kind of like half British, half German inspired. We Germans, my housemate made fun of me because we Germans have a dish called Salzkartoffeln, which just means salted potatoes. And it's basically just, you normally you peel the potatoes, but I don't like peeling. I just leave the peel. So you cut them up and you just boil them in salt water, kind of like pasta. And it's Salzkartoffeln. And he was like, just adding salt to a dish shouldn't be enough to call it, like, to give it a special name. Something. And I was like, well, I don't know. Just salted potatoes. It's good. It's good. But then when I reheated it today, I actually fried them in the pan. So then they're Bratkartoffeln, fried potatoes. So just slightly crispy. Anyway, do we have something else here? Nothing else here. And he didn't let me present this to him. Maybe he lets me present this to him?
What's that?
Oh, it's just something I was hoping to ask your opinion about, that's all.
It's a serious crime for the defense to attempt to extract information for them.
Oh, that's the same we had last time. You're not the prosecution today. You're being prosecuted. I think he's a little confused. Okay. We don't have... Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't mean to press that. Oopsie. I actually pressed the wrong button. I meant to go back, and I pressed present. Whoopsie. Potatoes are great, aren't they? I love potatoes. Potatoes are lovely. Right, is there something else in the Fresno Street room? We've already examined the whole thing, haven't we? Can we look at this again? Using a candle as a timer device. Very ingenious, I must say. Yes, the culprit arranged it so that the firecracker would be set off at 5 o'clock and then left. So that a loud bang was heard at precisely the moment Lord Van Zieks arrived, yes. If only he hadn't picked up that gun from the floor. Something you probably told yourself once upon a time, I imagine. Yeah, I did do that. I mean, not me, Ryunosuke. I'd never picked up a gun. Yes, I've learned that lesson by bitter experience. I would have turned and run for a mile for sure. Which may not have done you any favors either. Okay. It catches your eye as soon as you enter the room, doesn't it? Ah, did I make you hungry? I'm sorry, Elsie. It's such a... Get some food! Grab some food! Or static. Ah, It's such a bright color. It certainly makes an impression, yes? You just ate. Well, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. They can't possibly commit any crimes, can they? I mean, redheads stand out like a sore thumb. I'm afraid with our jet black Japanese hair, we stand out almost as much here in London. Ah, I suppose that's true. You mustn't think of committing any crimes, Mr. Naruhodo. I wasn't, I swear. I would never. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else here that we haven't already discussed, is it? So maybe we go to Mr. Vigil's hospital bed? But I think he doesn't want to just talk to us, right? Because he's too depressed. And we've already looked at this. I don't think there's anything else here either. Back to Kazuma? Oh, look, he's staring right at us. Well, I guess he said that I'm not allowed to present this to him, right? Kazuma, what do you make of this?
There's only one place where defense lawyers and prosecutors should discuss evidence. The courtroom.
I understand. I think we did this last time already. Yes. We did all this. There's interesting dialogue if you show Kazuma your badge and the gun. Oh. No, that's not backseating, because that's just fun dialogue. I think, like, I've had this before, but, like, when you're just suggesting things that are, like, fun, then I think that's... I wouldn't count that backseating. So, you're more than welcome to... When there's, like, Easter eggs or shit like that, I think that's okay. So, let's present him the revolver.
The Reaper. At last I get to take my revenge.
Kazuma. Lord Van Zieks isn't responsible for your father's death, and he's not the Reaper. He's the defendant and deserving of a fair trial.
You mean, like the one my father had? It's a closed trial now, too. The conditions are exactly as they were 10 years ago. And even if it ruffles some feathers, I have a plan to show that man for what he really is.
Kazuma. Gosh. Wait, which one was the other one? The badge. What, this badge? Kazuma. Oh no, not this one. So that's not the one you meant. You mean the armband? Oh, maybe this one. Kazuma, this is your armband.
Actually, I think it's yours now.
Sorry?
You are the defense lawyer. You have a talent for it. I've always known that you would. And now you've chosen to take that path in life. As your friend, I couldn't be happier for you. Or more proud.
Kazuma.
So you keep hold of that. Besides, I'm a prosecutor now. That armband would have no meaning for me.
Bet that's Kazuma. Oh, would you like it behind the ear? Well, if you're sure, thank you, my friend. Aww. But we're still no further. Oh, shit me. So I must have missed something. Okay, let's go on a little bit of an exploration. Am I supposed to present something? Who am I supposed to present something to? Because he doesn't let me present stuff to him. Photo of Mr. Photographic. Let's look at the evidence. An advertisement from the newspaper doesn't tell to the redhead. It seems somewhat suspicious in nature. Photo of Mr. Vigil. Right.
his wife gave us that. Note of introduction. Reprimand incurred by Mr. Vigil. We've already presented that in court. We've got this, the murder weapon. Model of the British policeman. That's the one with the key. Got the candles. Old photographic print. Autopsy report. Crime scene floor plan. Got the pocket watch. Is there somewhere else we're supposed to print that? Can we present over here or can we not present? I have a feeling that we can't. No, we can't present here. We also can't present anything to these people, right? To the officers, no. So, and then Lord Van Zeeks didn't want us to present anything to him either. What about the prison? Did we miss something here? Is there something we can present to him? We've already... Harsh reprimand. Did he give us this? I think he gave us this, didn't he? Barricading. It's believed that the convict engaged in some sort of negotiation with prison staff in order to secure assistance. Full disclosure of information regarding these negotiations will be demanded. Am I supposed to present this to him? No, probably not. Will you have a look at this? Ugh. Wouldn't you rather have a wee handcuff biscuit? No, okay, so that's not it. That's not it. Yes, Caden gave us that, right? Should I present this to him? What does that do? No, still not right. No, I'm just guessing here. What could I have missed? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna ask for Clippy. Just give me some pointers. Where do I need to go? Help me, Clippy. Where should I be going? It is Kazuma that I need to present something to. Okay. That's enough of a hint. I Clippy out. What am I supposed to present to him? Because I thought he didn't want me to present anything to him. Maybe this? Nope. Not this then. Okay, inspectors. Is it this? Clock? I don't want to just be guessing. That feels boring. Photographic print of the victim. His body appears to be tightly curled up. Venus firecracker. Do you just throw some firecrackers at him? Is that what it is? Is it the picture? I don't understand. No, none of this. Just check your briefcase upside down. Yeah, I think I exhausted all my conversation with Vigil. So, I'm kind of just a little surprised. I guess I am just guessing now. Maybe that's just part of the game. In this case, also, I can't lose any lives, so I might as well just present everything. Because I don't know what it is. Blow up the wine barrels. What? It's Marshall K, what are you trying to say? Mark, look at this. Look at what? Just at this?
You just said, Mark, look at this. That's all. Oh, there we go.
The Reaper. At last I get to take my revenge.
Ozma. Lord Van Zieks isn't responsible for your father's death, and he's not we just said this already. He's the defendant and deserving of a fair trial.
You mean like the one my father had?
It's a close trial. That's the same we had when we presented the gun. It's the same dialogue. How about some explosives? Here, look at my explosives. Not that. I meant this. Oh, when you choose. Oh, how do I look at that now? Apollo. I don't know how to go back to. What did Apollo just say? When you choose to move a location. Ah, look at what she does give me hints, doesn't she? I do remember that. That's very fair. So does she give hints at this point? Are you sure we've asked everything we need to? Ah, yeah, so that's pretty helpful. I feel a strange connection with this place, knowing it's where Father studied all those years ago. What, in the hospital? Oh yeah, I guess he was a doctor. This place is thick with dust, isn't it? And there's such a chill in here. Ah, see. Damn. Okay. So clearly I've forgotten something here. So, it's not this, it's not the firecracker. What, the notice board? Nope, not that either. Oh dear. I don't really... A plan of the small room in the building. Inspector Gregson's autopsy report. Photograph. Candelabrum. Police officer. What about her? Nope. Jeez, what do you want from me? What about this? I was shocked when I found out they were related to the case. The Red-Headed League, I mean. Personally, it wasn't their plan to swindle everyone that surprised me. It was the fact that so many red-headed people gathered from all over London that day. A certain great detective being among them. I expect those two are in their cells as we speak, wishing they'd never dreamt up their little plan. Or maybe they're busy plotting their next one. Okay. But that still wasn't it, was it? No. Still not it. Very confusing. So I guess I just have to click through all of it. I always feel like a bad gamer when I have to do this. Nope. Not this one. The dismissal note. I mean, that's been part of the court evidence, so it wouldn't make any difference. Wait, is there more? Or are we, like, now, does she still give the same advice? Do we ask everything we need to? Well, there's no more conversation. I don't get it. Hey, want to try on the hairpiece, Kazuma? Give me a hint. Yes, Clippy, please give me a hint. Otherwise, I'm we're just standing there. It's in the real life situation. You're just kind of like, what do you think of this, Kazuma? No? What about this? What about this? What do you think about this? What about this? How much of a hint? Make it hinty. Make it hinty, like Streamed Sam's did at one point. A hinty hint. But there was an inconsistency in one of the documents that we both noted. You said he'd asked the prosecution. Oh, did he say that? Was there an omission? I have no memory of that. The harsh reprimand incurred by Mr. Vigil 10 years ago. Maybe this one? Nope. Nope, not this one. I guess it's just gonna be one of the documents now. Thank you for narrowing it down. Okay, Clippy out. Maybe the autopsy report then. There we go. This came up in the trial, didn't it? As something a little dubious, I mean. I totally got that, right? We got that together because we're so smart. We are a group smart. The fact that no time of death was recorded on Inspector Gregson's autopsy report. Such a good grain.
Yes, there were some unexpected turns in the courtroom earlier. The suggestion you came up with certainly took everyone by surprise. The idea that the victim died the previous day at some other location is quite something.
Well, excuse me. Considering when the pocket watch had stopped and the scorch marks on the candle, it's certainly a distinct possibility. The evidence and the scene both point to it.
To be honest, it bothered me too. So I paid a visit to the autopsy room earlier. The coroner responsible wasn't there, but I got a name. It's Dr. Gory.
Somebody mentioned Dr. Gory already. Oh, that's the daughter, isn't it? That's the daughter of Scythe. Why isn't her name also Scythe? Do they just have different surnames? Of scary surnames?
If it wouldn't trouble you, Kazuma-sama, we'd very much like to speak with the coroner too. Of course. The last thing I want is for anything to be brushed under the carpet. Scotland Yard's autopsy laboratory is behind Lowgate Cemetery.
Yeah, we've already been there, haven't we?
Lowgate by Berkeley Prison, you mean? Ah, you know it, do you? The prison where my father was incarcerated and robbed of his life.
Kazuma-sama. Well, thank you. We'll pay a visit to the laboratory later today. Ah, static. Delicious. Oh, how static is my static today? Did I get the mix right? I think it looks pretty good. Ooh! Wait. Hello, my head is small and weird. This glass is not very clean. I'm just trying to make it look funny. Doesn't work. Not that funny. I want to thank you. What for? Oh, gosh.
For this. You safeguarded the soul of the Asogi clan.
Well, it is a famous sword that's been in your family for generations. My only slight regret is that I never got the chance to draw it before I returned it to you.
Karuma is said to have been forged by a master swordsmith during the Sengoku Warring States period. I come from a long lineage of warriors, many of whom were expert swordsmen.
Well then, you're a chip of the old block, I'd say.
This blade, Karuma, is the symbol of the Asogi clan's honor and might. Apparently, one of my father's apprentices even took the blade's name for a surname.
I wonder who that person's descendant will be.
Really? Karuma? It does sound formidable, that's for sure. 16 years ago, when my father was a visiting student here in London, he had this sword forever at his side. Which is why it means so much to me that I have it by my side again now too. And that is all thanks to you.
It was an honor. Oh.
Now I have preparations to make for tomorrow. Perhaps I said a little too much.
Kazuma.
You've changed. No, Ryunosuke. I haven't changed at all. It's you who've changed.
I can completely understand your resentment of Lord Van Zeeks given what had happened. But the fact is, those events and this case are, well,
unrelated. Is that what you want to say? How can you be so sure?
What do you mean?
Never mind. That man is the Reaper, and it's for that reason that the Inspector was killed. I'm going to prove as much in court tomorrow, by whatever means necessary.
I can't let you do that, Kazuma. Ah! I accidentally plugged him. What did he say?
I know you'll do whatever you... I know you'll do what you have to as a lawyer. But I'm sure I don't need to tell you that I won't be taking any prisoners in the courtroom.
I would expect nothing less.
Until tomorrow, then. In the Old Bailey.
I mean, while we're in court, I don't know if Kazuma can stay up here, because in court, we're gonna be opponents. So, he might not be going into gay baby jail, but he might have to get off the mic. It's just that's the rule. You can't fraternize with the enemy. It will just be the doghouse. Let's call it a doghouse. Yes. But for now, we're just investigating, so... there we are. Oh my god, that's a creepy looking place. 2nd November. Forensics Laboratory. Gosh. Are those any references? All these dolls? This place, really is creepy, isn't it?
Well, being a dead room is probably full of the spirits of the dissected.
But actually, there's a rather pleasing scent of roses in the air.
Well, being a dead room, the coroner probably needs a bold scent like that to mask the odor of death.
Iris? Do you think we could change the subject? You're scaring me. Shank, 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 shank. What was that? Wait, was she there the whole time? How did we not see her? Dr. Corey? Oh god, she's just appearing in front. Ah, god. What? That noise before? I was just sharpening my tools. I'd be dead meat if I didn't keep a perfectly keen edge on them. Right. When following the collagen fibers in the dermis, an expertly sharpened scalpel. Like cheese. Would you like a demonstration?
Oh, yes, please. I'd love to see.
Then, I think you'll do nicely. Uh-huh.
No, I wouldn't do nicely at all. I mean, maybe some other time? Was that a tut? Well, we came here to ask questions, so, is she gonna take off her mask, or is she just gonna stare at us like that? Like a weirdo. Time of death. Yeah, you liar. We have actually met before. I'm a lawyer, if you remember. You're not dead yet. What? So Mama said I wasn't to cut you open. Oh, she's so strict about things like that. Well, good. Dr. Scythe has some scruples, at least. Oh my god, she's mad. Why do Oh, very weird creature. No wonder you love her, because you like weird creatures, I guess. Oh dear. It looks like she's not interested in talking to us, for the time being anyway. Exactly. For the time being, you mean until we die? I hope that's a way off. Sorry, but I wasn't planning on dying anytime soon. Surely there's some less drastic way of making her listen. Okay, so this... Maybe we're supposed to give her something? Maybe we give her the Asogi papers. Could I ask your opinion about this? No, this is probably wrong. Don't forget, you're responsible for putting Mama in jail. Why should I help you? Okay, fine. So she didn't like that. Autopsy report. Dr. Gori, we actually came here to ask you about this. He was very... good. Good? Sorry? His skin didn't snag my plate once. And very little mess. His joints dislocated easily, and his muscle tissue was a pleasure to work with. We can skip those details. But there is one thing about the report that's caught my attention. You don't seem to have recorded a time of death. Huh? That's not my fault. Oh, that made me jump. God forbid an autistic woman has a special interest. Oi, very weird creature. Oh, come on. That's not fair. I mean, to be fair, if you are into cutting up people, the best place to do that is if you are a coroner, right? So if that stops you from doing it illegally, so there. Someone cast Mark as a creepy doctor immediately. Oh, that'd be lovely. Although I have done a couple of crazy scientists before. I did do a crazy scientist in a game called Live Alive. I don't know if people know that. Live Alive. I did a couple of small characters in that. It's a Square Enix game, I think. Which I at some point also wanted to play, actually. But I think, did I do another crazy scientist? I'm not sure. But I've not done a crazy doctor scientist, I think. Or maybe no, actually that was a crazy doctor scientist, I think. But Live Alive. Yeah, do y'all know that? Maybe I'll play that. I wanted to play that at some point as well, maybe. I think they did a remake of that. It's kind of a bit Final Fantasy-ish, isn't it? But anyway, back to the game. Then please tell us what happened.
All right, tell us, tell us. So, why doesn't this autopsy report include the victim's time of death then? It's really the most crucial detail. Oh.
I was told not to write it. Yo, Kitchen! What's up? How are you? Thanks for the 10-month streak. Amazing. Crazy. Hello all, I am totally on time. I have breakfast tacos and I'm happy to be here. And we are happy to have you, Kitchen. Who is also known as Bathroom, apparently? Which is very confusing. I don't even know what to say anymore. Are you claiming all the rooms of the house now? Who's attic? Who is, who is, I don't know, wardrobe doors? Who is the set of shelves? What is all with the rooms? All the rooms. What, by whom? That's just Noodle. He's changed my... I didn't know it was just Noodle. Basement. Now this is just date everything. Oh yeah? That's true. That is a game also. Madness. Miles Strongheart, the Lord Chief Justice, he came here.
Lord Strongheart came?
He said that from the witness statements about the gunshot and the other evidence, it was obvious. The man clearly died at 5 p.m. on 1st November when the gunshot was heard.
But that's not the time of death you wrote on the report.
You didn't write anything. Was there some reason you didn't include it? Dr. Gory. If you're hiding something under Lord Strongheart's instructions, then sooner or later, you're going to go the same way as your mother. Ooh. Don't threaten a woman with, like, 2 knives. Give it here, then.
What's she scribbling so furiously?
There.
You've written... What?
What's you written? Tell us.
Indeterminate.
But...
Huh? Details have been updated. Okay. Why is it indeterminate? Indeterminate. What do you mean by that? Why was the time of death indeterminate?
When the specimen was brought in, it was still fresh. Now, the time of death could easily have coincided with when the gunshot was heard. But there was one small discrepancy.
What discrepancy?
There was some fried fish in the pocket of the specimen's overcoat. I don't know. That fish had started to rot.
What?
If the victim liked fried fish, he presumably liked to eat it before it went off.
Well, yes. What are you really trying to say?
It's possible that someone tried to manipulate the apparent time of death.
Manipulate the... Is that even possible to do? Wait, what? How? What? I'm confused. What do you mean with that? What was the time of death? So when it was brought to him, but there was a discrepancy. There was some fried fish in the post present overcoat, and the fish had started to rot. Oh. Right. So he was kept fresh, but not the fish. How the fuck's that possible? That is very confusing. Manipulate the... Is that even possible to do?
He was kept fresh indeed. Theoretically, if you were to chill the body in ice...
I was just thinking that. I should have said it. I should have said it out loud. If you were to chill the body in ice, you could delay the onset of putrefaction. But would they have kept the body separately from the fish? Wouldn't the fish also have been there? Oh, the overcoat. And if the overcoat wasn't on the body at the time, then only the fish would have started to rot. With today's science, it's not yet possible to determine if the body was chilled or not. But today's science is advanced enough to let you freeze a corpse, it seems. Oh yeah, do they have freezers? But surely, to chill a corpse like that would require an enormous electrical refrigerator. And I don't imagine many households in London are equipped with such a device.
No, definitely not. But maybe in a factory or some other special places.
I don't recall seeing any factories or such like on Fresno Street, though. I wonder if the inspector's body had been chilled somehow. What might the actual time of death have been? I couldn't say for sure. But at the most, it might have been a day earlier. No. In other words, it would corroborate your previous deduction, Mr. Naruhodo. So why does he say no? Shouldn't he say yes? That Inspector Gregson was killed a day before his body was discovered at a different location. Did you inform Lord Strongheart of this possibility? He simply said that there were no electrical refrigerators of that size in the vicinity. That's Strongheart. Not to be trusted. Oh yes, one other thing. It's something the governor of Berkeley Prison told us. He said that your mother, Dr. Scythe, was responsible for confirming the death of the professor after his execution. The professor? Apparently you always enjoyed listening to your mother's stories about her work, so we were wondering if you might know something about what happened 10 years ago. That's not all Mama did. Sorry? My Mama carried out the autopsy of Clint Van Zieks as well. What? Really? The brother of Lord Van Zieks? Professor's final victim? The idea of carrying out an autopsy on a member of the aristocracy was completely unthinkable back then, but the detective in charge of the investigation insisted, and it was miraculously authorized. That detective being Inspector Gregson, of course. Quite an accomplishment for one man. That autopsy provided the vital clue needed to arrest the killer. And Mama was there for that historic event. What does all this mean? You know, that amazing autopsy happened right here in this very room. The professor and Clint Van Zieks. They both spent their final moments before their burial on that dissection table there. So this lab, Mama's lab, was instrumental in some of the country's most important events. She really is so proud of her mother. I wonder if you'd tell us more about exactly what happened back then, Dr. Gory. No. Yep, confirmation of death. The professor's execution was Mama's first big case. She had to be in attendance at Berkeley Prison's execution chamber and sign the certificate to confirm the convict's death. Mama is the best coroner in the world, you know. I was so proud of her. But the execution didn't actually take place. No. And worse still,
Mama actually helped with the jailbreak.
Whoa!
I didn't want to know. Oh dear. You found out recently, you mean? I believed in her. In Mama. But now I wonder if I'm staring down the same path as her.
You mean because you omitted the time of death on this autopsy report? But that's because Lord Strongheart forbade you from including it.
Just like Mama. I'm sure she was coerced by somebody too.
Yes, that's my feeling as well.
There's no doubt that there were powerful forces at play 10 years ago. The execution couldn't have been staged without a lot of people at the prison knowing about it. Obviously, the prison governor must have been in on it as well.
The big man with the little handcuffs, according to what he told us, he was tricked by the chief warder. He says he knew nothing about it.
Of course he said that. I'd say the same thing.
Just who was behind that jailbreak all those years ago?
Maria's so cool. Is she a big, like, part of the fandom? Do people love her a lot? She's funny, isn't she? She's a bit weird. You mentioned the autopsy of Clint Van Zieks.
It was at a time when carrying out autopsies of murder victims was very unusual. It's still not a practice that's observed in our country even now. It turned out that he was the professor's final victim, and when the autopsy was performed, Mama was present, although only as the secondary assistant. The person leading the procedure was called Dr. John H.
Wilson?
That's right. My daddy.
And there was one other person present, the primary assistant. He was a visiting student.
Mikotoba?
Student from the Far East.
Wait. A visiting student?
It must have been my father, Eugene Mikotoba.
I had no idea. Professor Mikotoba had been involved in something so important.
But the outcome of that historic autopsy was the discovery of a vital piece of evidence that led to the capture of the professor.
So that's how they came to identify Genshin Asogi as the infamous mass murderer. Do you happen to know anything about that piece of evidence? Can you tell us any more?
Would you like to see the records for yourself?
What would that be all right?
What's the point of keeping records if people can't look at them? They're filed under V for Vendetta at the back of those cupboards with the other records from the last decade.
Thank you. Let's see. Van Zieks. That's strange. What? Mr. Naruhodo? They aren't here. There's nothing under Van Zieks.
There must be.
Perhaps somebody took them away?
No. No one's allowed to take documents related to the professor case out of this room. But you're right. They're gone.
Well, When was the last time somebody looked at them? Do you remember?
It was... Oh, yes, I remember now. It was 2 years ago. A consulting detective came one day saying that he'd like to see the records.
No. You don't mean... What, Gregson?
Herlock Sholmes was his name.
Deep down, I knew that was coming.
I did not. Do you think he stole the records? Oh no, surely not. Iris, that can't be right, can it? Iris?
What, has she disappeared?
Bruno. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, why don't we... Let's skip this one ad just for now.
I hope you don't mind, but...
What is it, Iris?
I've just remembered something very important I have to do.
No, thank you, Kitchen, for warning me as well. But I feel it's like she's saying something important to us now.
I've just remembered something very important I have to do.
Oh, wait, so she's not telling us anything.
I'm on it. I have to leave you now.
I thought she's doing something, telling us something important.
Oh, this is very sudden, Iris. Well, we'll come with you then.
No, there's no need. You and Runo can take your time here. It's totally fine. Nothing suspicious at all. Nothing to do with what we just spoke about. I just need to take a really big shit. Sorry, I'm all plugged up. I just need to drop a deuce, so, urgent meeting of the toilet bowl. So, bye for now then. Good luck. See ya.
I mean... hey, when nature calls, it calls. What are you gonna do? I mean... What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Wait a minute, little girl.
What, me? I'm not a little girl. You can hear from my voice, can't you? I'm what?
I remember now. You've been here before, haven't you?
Have
you, Iris? Yes, 2 years ago, when that detective came. You were with him, weren't you? You were a living specimen then, too.
That's the way it usually works, yes.
Was I really don't remember. Anyway, sorry, but a mustache, my bowels, remember, it's just really urgent.
Wait, Iris.
I'll brew up a pot for you when you get home, to help with your bowel movements too, because tea helps. Bye.
What's the matter with her? God, she never needs to poop so urgently. She's behaving really strangely, all of a sudden. Well, in that case, we won't keep you any longer either.
It's been quite a while since I had any visitors. This was really fun. But next time you come, I'd prefer it if you were ready for dissection.
I can't make any promises. Sorry.
It's a bit strange that the records of Clint Van Zeek's autopsy have disappeared.
But I think we've asked all we came to ask now. Right, so we gotta go to Sholmes and be like, yo, Sholmesy, what's up? What's up? Why did you steal those documents, you stealer? Where are you? Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding, big man? Maybe, can we look through the documents and just find them? Are they not somewhere here? Iris, where are you? Get out. Get out here. We know you are hiding something. You little minx, you. I never believed you when you talked about the pooping. That is a lie. You were lying. Where are you hiding? Are you up here? Come on then. Is she back there? No. Where is she? Where are you, you little weirdo? Oh, whenever. Is she gonna give us advice? Where to go? What a grand place. The decorations in here and the governor's face, they're as terrifying as each other. Did I say that out loud? Do you know, I don't believe we visited this place, so I guess we have to go back here. It feels somewhat cooler down here. Alright, so Fresno Street Room is where we need to go. Okay, now the ads are coming.
You're right, Kitchen, they are. It's only so long I can hold them off for. A great detective is wont to lie. You do well to remember that. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy, weedy, deedy, beedy, beedy. Oh.
The police are still busily investigating in here, then? But Gina's nowhere to be seen. Where is she?
Yes, it has been blissfully quiet, hasn't it? Perhaps she's out investigating on her own, practicing what her boss taught her.
Well, I expect she'll be back before too long. Shall we wait?
I guess so. Actually, There's something different. Oh, that's Sholmes. Sholmes is standing there, isn't he? About his room since the last time we were here, isn't there? Sholmes is in disguise.
We could always use the time to investigate more thoroughly.
I don't know if I'm imagining it. Is this not Sholmes? Excuse me? No, it's not. Oh, Inspector, sir, poor man, blah, 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 blah. Well, there's a big case here that... This case wasn't here before, was there? Was it?
This little trunk wasn't here before, was it?
I said almost the exact same thing, because I'm a genius.
Oh, it appears to be made of metal. It must be very heavy. I wonder to whom it belongs. There are some initials on the outside. Look, TG.
So who could be TG? We have the Daily... Gory. Is her name Tina? Is it Tina Gory? Let's ask one of the policemen if they know how it came to be here. Oi! What do you think you're doing? Who's that? Is that the governor? The prison governor? No, it's Gina. That's my trunk, that is. Hands off. TG. What's her surname? Gina. It's not hers. Hands off. Hands off.
Oh, you got what? Tina? Wait, what's happening? Why did I... What? I'm proud of myself for getting it before Mark. Tina, Gina? Wait, why is it TG? Why is TG Gina? She does? Why is it T, though? Whose last name starts with G? Oh, Toby Gregson. Oh, that's why. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm... Whatever. You're all so mean. It might be Tina Gina. I don't know. Tina Rama. But where were you hiding? Thank you, kitchen. Thank you. It's not just me. Where were you hiding? In the trunk. I don't know. You leave something unattended for a few seconds, and every Tom, Dick, and Harry's got his greedy eyes on it. Just a wild guess, Gina. But what? Spit it out, Otto. Is it fair to say that you've only owned that trunk since this morning's trial? What? What are you trying to say? Come on, this trunk goes with me everywhere. Always has, wherever I've been last year. Try not to incur your wrath, mainly. Huh? Okay. So you're going to talk to me now? Your boss, oi. Yo, tell me about your boss man. Your boss man, Toby. Oh, he's dead. I shouldn't be so chipper. You should hear him talking at the yard now. They should be ashamed of themselves. They're saying that it was the boss who killed all them bludgers. You mean the whole Reaper thing? Yeah. Apparently, the boss was investigating stuff that no one else at the yard knew nothing about. Stuff to do with all them criminals who got off scot-free. Yes, the ones prosecuted by Lord Van Zieks, who used bribery and corruption to evade conviction. Well then, obviously it was that bloomin' Reaper giving the orders, weren't they? But why would people be suspecting Inspector Gregson of being involved in the killings? There was a notebook hidden in his office. Oh no, this doesn't sound good. It had details about all the crimes that have been pegged as the Reaper's work. What? No.
Did you see it, Gina? Did you see that notebook?
I wouldn't flaming let me, because I'm just an apprentice, apparently. But it was me who found it, and he was my boss.
That's right.
I was pretty miffed about it, so I stole it. I sneaked a peek at what it said anyway.
Oh.
That's our Gina. Alright, tell us the sneak peek. What, are you still making fun of my little Turlock Gomes? Tujin Gikotoba. Tusato Gikotoba. Could be everyone. Tazuma Gasogi. That sounds pretty good, actually. Tazuma! So, you managed to see what was written in Gregson's secret notebook anyway, did you? Hello guys, this is my OC, Teget Grenadict. That's pretty good. Ryunosuke Naruhodo. All very good. All excellent suggestions. Why I see it, it's my right to read what he wrote.
And what had he written, Gina?
Dates, times, places, names, an whole long list of them. All details about the bludgers supposed to have been done in by the Reaper.
But there could be an explanation for that. Perhaps it was a record of the inspector's investigations into the Reaper's activities.
Exactly, that's what I said. That's the first thing you'd think, right? As it happens, it was full of names I recognised anyway.
Well, the Reaper's targets were almost exclusively known leaders of London's criminal underworld.
Well, yeah, but there was one name right at the end that was a bit odd.
Was it the prison inspector? Or the prison governor? I want to say it's the prison governor.
At the end of the list, you mean?
I'm pretty sure that the date against it was 31st October.
Oh, the day before the inspector was found dead. So, what was the odd name?
It weren't like the name I've ever seen before. It was something like, Nah, it's no good. I can't remember it. I don't think it was an English name, put it that way.
Oh dear. What a pity.
There was something else, too.
I don't know if it matters, but the same name kept coming up over and over. Shin, it was. Don't suppose it means anything, but of course it does. It's Jim Chang's. That woman. Murderous bastard. Did you say Shin? Jim Gams. Tasak Jin. Aye. What? It does mean something? Eh? Lord Van Zeeks knew the name too. He mentioned her as well. The woman who actually did the deeds. And now, we found out her name appeared in Gregson's secret notebook. But who's that odd name that she's talking about? We haven't seen you for... Maybe it's Jigoku. We haven't seen you for a little while, have we, Gina? Well, of course not. I've been busy, ain't it? Investigating and that. The lads at the yard are trying to trace the boss's movement the day before it happened. The day before? That would be the undercover investigation into the Red-Headed League, then. Only the boss didn't go, did he? You found some cove what was pretending to be him, didn't you, Odo? Yes. It was Mr. Vigil who actually went to the park on Lime Street that day, posing as Gregson. Well, anyway, you ain't the only one turning stuff up. I've got my own ways of getting results. Look at this. This is... When me and me partner get together, there's nothing we can't track down. Ooh, I said down in a weird way, there. That's not London. Oh, little Toby, he's such a faithful friend. So, have you tracked anything down then? What do you think, eh? Of course we have. Can't tell you that police business, innit? Oh. Yeah. Anyway, point is, if you lot ever need any help, you know to turn to, right? Me and the L-Hound. That's hard. Me and the L-Hound here. Me and the Hellhound here. L-Hound. Me and the that's just too difficult. Me and the L-Hound. L-Hound. L-Hand. I can't fucking do that Cockney anymore. It's too hard. Right. Because he looks so hellish, honest. Oh my god, the Hellhound. L-Hound. L-Hound. Gina, about your Hellhound there. Chief Inspector Toby, you mean? He's a pride of the force, he is. In Japanese, police dog means something quite different and not altogether nice to those involved in crime. Oh, what does it mean? But here in Britain, it's a wonderful compliment, it seems, for a canine at least. It should be, after all. Excuse me. In the great exhibition case the other day, it was Toby who managed to locate Drabba's workshop. He did indeed. Maybe it's time for another demonstration of what this super dog can do, eh? Do we have something the Chief Inspector could catch the scent of, I wonder? I think maybe it would be this. Take that! Take that! Well, Chief Inspector Toby, if you wouldn't mind having a sniff of this. Oh. Because maybe he can find the freezer. He might be a little too keen, don't you think? Oh, and he's out of here. The Chief Inspector made short work of Gina there. What, did he eat her? Ah. Look at what he's gone to. But the case, the trunk. Oh my.
The trunk clearly still has a very strong scent. Of Inspector Gregson, yeah, that makes sense. In other words, it must have belonged to him. Yeah, we already know that, Ryunosuke. That's not very helpful.
All right, it's a fair cop, I suppose.
And you nearly got away with it too. You always talk so proudly of Chief Inspector Toby's nose and what it can achieve. Did it not cross your mind that he might identify something that was right next to us?
Yeah, it was a bit of a bloomer, weren't it?
That's enough now then, Gina.
Eh?
I think it's time you told us the truth about that trunk. Come on, tell us about the metal trunk.
It weren't like that. It just weren't.
What are you talking about?
I know what's going through that head of yours, but that ain't what happened.
All right then, what did happen?
Well, like I said before, we were trying to trace the boss's movements. So I let Toby have a whiff of the boss's overcoat. And as soon as I'd done that, he went off like a shot. Straight to that sandwich.
What?
To a sandwich. Not to a bag of chips.
Mr. Naruhodo, I believe Gina means...
Oh, the witness, yes, of course.
This also looks like a disguise, by the way. If Vigil was wearing a disguise, this looks even more like a disguise. Oh, I forgot about that sandwich.
Yeah, he had it hidden.
Who speaks like that?
He had it hidden between the wooden boards of the boss's trunk.
That's... Do you even real...
Some H's they do say in Cockney, don't they? They don't necessarily silence them all. Silence all the H's, all of them, glottal stops.
You mean when they heard the sound like a gunshot and all piled in here?
Exactly. He nabbed it from the scene.
Goodness.
Me and the chief inspector gave that sandwich a good grilling, and you know what he said? I thought I might have fetched a good price, and the chap wouldn't have been needing it anymore, so...
Wait, what are we talking about?
Hey, wouldn't you, Adam and Eve... What? But that's... You know, I thought there might be fetch... Wait, what did he nab? Yeah, that's it. What did he nab? I missed it. Straight to the sandwich. He had it hidden between the boss's trunk. Oh, the trunk. So he just stole the trunk. Would you Adam and Eve the cheek of it, eh? Stealing the dead boss's stuff to flog. Oh, the thing I'm talking about. I'm sorry, sometimes my brain wanders, okay? So Miss Venus wasn't the only one to meddle with the scene of the crime then. I have a tud grain, that's right, it's a very tud grain, TG, like the case, like the trunk. How could they? So anyway, that's how it happened. And it's a pretty decent trunk, so I figured I might as well make use of it. Is there something wrong with that, eh? Well, maybe you and Mr. Sandwich should try to find the answer to that question together. Well, my green screen is not very good today. It's all staticky. Why is it all staticky? Got all this bloody light here and it's still weird. Why is it so staticky? So much light. You should see this. All this light in my room. Straight in my face. Crazy. Crazy it is. Static. It went from my drink to the green screen. Oh well. I think perhaps that trunk should be turned over to the police, don't you? What are you on about? I am the police. I think, Gina, the power is kind of getting to your head a little bit, darling, okay? You are not the police. You are, at best, a apprentice officer of some sort, okay? Or apprentice inspector. Chill out. Gina, if you wouldn't mind, could we maybe examine it? Yeah, all right then. Do what you want with it.
Thank you. We shall make a detailed record of our examination of the evidence.
All right. Okay.
What's the matter with Toby? Why is he acting so aggressively towards me all of a sudden? Mr. Naruhodo, be careful. It must be the trunk.
Ah! Ah! Oh, God, get off me! Ah, don't eat my face! Oh, my God, it's a hellhound!
Toby, oi, what are you doing? You're going to lick his face off. Mr. Naruhodo! Mr. Naruhodo! Gina, quickly, hail a carriage.
What? Have I been eaten? Am I dead? Oh, I lost the game. I'm dead. It's finally happened. We're back to the beginning of the game now because I've died. Rest in peace. Or death by licking. Death by licking by a dog. I've been licked to death. Help me. Is he just waking up?
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, are you all right?
When you mess with the hound.
Miss Susato.
Ah, it says conscious. I read conspicuous. Ah, conspicuous again at last. A blessed relief, my dear fellow. After all, to drop dead after a moderate licking by a small terrier, most unseemly.
What is or isn't seemly is irrelevant here, Mr. Sholmes. I'm so glad there's no lasting damage. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, thank you. Did you bring me back here? Oh gosh, she's strong. She just carried me?
Oh, what's this on my head? A bandage?
Sadly, we had no ice, so that's a compress of sugar water.
Sugar water? Don't worry, Mr. Naruhodo. It's a first aid treatment that my father taught me.
Oh, thank you. So, let us take tea when you're feeling up to it. But of course, no sugar in the patient's cup. The bump on my head is throbbing sweetly enough. Don't worry.
Whenever you feel ready, then.
Wait, what? Wait, what did she say? What do I... Oh, so then we do tea? Is that what we're doing? Yeah, I'm ready for tea. Or do we just converse with him first and tell him like, oi,
thank you for your concern, Mr. Sholmes.
My dear fellow, think nothing of it. I must say I was quite startled when I heard that you'd been attacked by a dog. For a moment I feared that infamous murderer of so many had come back from the dead.
You mean the professor?
Fortunately, I see your prized throat is unscathed. That stiff turned-up collar of yours obviously afforded some welcome protection.
Was I that close to death?
All I really remember is the dog licking my face over and over and over again. Well, if you wish to avoid such troubles in future, a little mustard spread on the cheeks should do the trick. I should think that would balance the sweetness of your bandage rather splendidly. Okay, so let's have some tea. Tea?
Whenever you serve me tea, it always takes me back to Japan. I know you're not particularly fond of the bitter taste, are you? So I do always try to pick out less bitter mud,
And we already did this. But I thought we're doing tea now. Are we not doing tea? What are we doing? What the hell's going on? How do I continue? Well, we've done all the conversing. Am I supposed to move somewhere else? Have some tea. Oh, so we go here for the tea. Is that what it is? That's what's happening. That's what's up.
2nd November. Sholmes' suit. Got some German music.
Den Schlund es mir verbrannt, ach Hopfen deine Wut.
Hopfen deine Wut.
Her mit dem Knacker ich befahl,
Wait, what is that?
hat wie einen Diamant, den Zahn entzwei es brach, o über deine Wut. Herr, dem seid holdlich gelob und auf den ersten Streich.
Who sang this? They should have made me sing this. Okay, I guess we can just click through. You go back to background again. The main German is talking. Me. Me. It's kind of like a slow banger. What on earth is going on here? Am I having a bad dream? Ah, no. It's an old German folk song. Rather a fine rendition, I think. That's the least of my concerns. Iris? Is that Mikotoba there, passed out? Did she poison him? Iris? What's the matter? What's happening? What's happening? Who is that sprawling? I mean, that relaxed gentleman over there. That's her dad, isn't it? Iris. Is she even listening? Excuse me, sir. I do apologize for troubling you whilst you're singing so merrily, but would you be kind enough to explain this situation? Well, that worked. A crooning gentleman and a mute young girl. A rather tantalizing juxtaposition. And... wait, Sholmes is Arnold? What, when did that happen? Oh, we did... It's... one... okay. And one that appears to have incited the gods of deduction within me to find their voices too. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. Arnold, do you mean? The strains of reasoning within me are playing now as a delightful duet. One melody sings a reunion full of nostalgia. Whilst the other is a morose theme about the great secret you're trying to desperately to conceal, Iris. She's turned as white as a sheet.
So, as usual, you've instantly seen to the very heart of the matter.
Yeah, of course, I always do. I'm so smart. And by the time my own brief performance is over, I feel sure this gentleman's song will reach its finale. So then, to Music Land, where all is sweetness and delicacy and harmony. Pray, do enjoy Sholmes' latest logic and reason spectacular. Oh yeah, like maybe we can do that one great deduction before the end of this half of the stream. Firstly, we consider the gentleman's nationality. Clearly, he's a German with no grasp of the English language. Why are we... As evidenced by the Germanic song he sings and his apparent inability to understand when asked to desist. So, why is the man here at all and in such apparent high spirits? The answer, of course, Iris, is clearly known to you. Indeed, we need to only follow the gaze of those bright young eyes to unravel that particular part of this mystery.
It's such a weird deduction. Why are we not just being like, yo, hey Mikotoba, what's going on?
The reason for the man's mildly irritating wobbling is revealed by the herbal tea. You obviously offered our German guest a cup of your latest herbal blend. The tea's delectable flavor has made the man's spirit soar and resulted in his joyful ditty tumbling incessantly from his lips. I eagerly await sampling this flavor myself, that I may join the fellow in his state of elation. Now to the next question we have. Who exactly is this gentleman availing himself so thoroughly of the settee?
This is the weirdest deduction ever.
As it happens, a number of years ago, a certain gentleman of German origin engaged my services in solving a particularly delicate case. He required the retrieval of the letters once sent to an acquaintance that might have proved problematic. Yeah, but in order to conceal his noble identity, he also arrived at my office in a mask. The gentleman's name was Wilhelm Gottsreich Sigismund von Ormstein.
What, the little child?
The King of Germany.
So this child's dad, the rich child's dad, was the king of Germany. Oh dear.
In my memory, if my memory serves, the mask worn by this gentleman is identical. Yes, there can be no question that mask belongs to the King of Germany. It would appear that his...
What are you smoking, Sholmes?
It would appear that His Majesty remembers the fine service I afforded him, and has decided to show his face again, mask and all, in order to express his gratitude. A well-mannered monarch indeed, wouldn't you agree, my dear fellow? So, the identity of this masked visitor is in fact my former client, the King of Germany. King of Deutschland. Indeed, his son is currently in London as well, enjoying the wonders of the great exhibition.
Oh, he changed his... Aw, maybe we should change his clothes bag. It looks kind of cute in the other outfit. Maybe it's time for a change in clothing. It's funny when it like goes from one to the next like that.
Which leaves us with one remaining imponderable. Yes, you, young Iris. But your apparently inexplicable silence is unable to hide the truth. Yes, the reason for your muteness is concealed inside the knapsack.
Ooh, she has something there. She tried to poison him, didn't she?
A £5 note, I believe. I must say, as your compatriot, I'm deeply saddened. It would appear that you've allowed yourself to be bribed into silence by His Royal Highness, earning yourself some spending money in exchange for keeping quiet about the king's secret. And now, the final piece of the puzzle. We're solving it. What is the secret you strive to hide with your silence, Iris? Yes. We need only follow that brief, involuntary twitch of your eyes to find the answer. You were attempting to abscond with that coffee cup. My favorite cup, in fact. Or should I say, the handle of my favorite coffee cup. It appears that His high-spirited Highness broke in the midst of this hijinks. Which leads us to the sad truth. My favorite coffee cup has been broken by the King of Germany. And Iris, you tried to conceal it from me. I'm so angry. I shall have a bill sent via governmental channels to the German royal family for its replacement. You're so high, bro. What are you talking about? Oh, now he's depressed. That concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this painful puzzle.
Er mit dem Schwarzbiergebot, brodelnd wie
Ah.
ein Feuerberg, den Schlund erst mir fern
With your silence as well. I think we're out Arnolding. With your silence as well. The fellow's jovial warbling rather rings in the ears, does it not?
Mr. Sholmes, I must say something does rather trouble me.
Pray, Miss Susato, do tell.
His Royal Highness doesn't appear to have moved a muscle since we arrived.
Ah!
And you haven't said a word either, Iris? If Mr. Sholmes has it all right, you might as well own up to it now.
Oh, what's up, Vega Aradin? Thanks for the follow.
If Mr. You're up to now.
Your reasoning isn't entirely without substance, I must admit.
And one other thing, Mr. Sholmes.
Yet another grievance, Mr. Naruhodo, surely not?
Well, I actually read the story of that case recently, the one you were just describing. And according to that, at least, it wasn't the King of Germany, it was the King of Bohemia.
Goodness, was it?
Yes, that's quite true. Master Gotz, the prince, testified to that in court. In his words, I've come to see the great exhibition all the way from my home in Bohemia.
I would ask you to keep that minor error to yourselves. It could easily become quite a scandal. Oh, what's up, Rup Shark? Welcome, welcome.
I believe, Mr. Naruhodo, that it's our turn now to make some corrections to a number of minor errors that may have slipped in. Yes, even Mr. Sholmes is willing to admit he might be slightly wide of the mark this time. Although it's clear that Iris is definitely hiding something.
Jupiter from TV! Oh my god, it's the planet himself!
Maybe. From the TV? We need to find out the truth behind this mysterious scene.
But one truth is incontrovertible. My favorite coffee cup is no more. So, shall we embark again on a joint presentation of Sherlock Holmes' logic and reasoning spectacular? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's solve this mystery. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. I think you are mad. Firstly, we consider the gentleman's nationality. Clearly he's a German with no grasp of the English language. You are so stupid. As evidenced by the Germanic song, no, that's not true. So why is the man here at all in such apparent high spirits? The answer, of course, Iris, is clearly known to you. Indeed, we need only follow the gaze of those bright young eyes to unravel that particular part of this mystery. The reason for the man's mildly irritating warbling is revealed by the herbal tea. Yeah, she poisoned him. So what, it's some mix of herbs that gives you the urge to sing? Goodness, I should like to try some. And I'd like to hear you singing, but this man... Just how long does he intend to keep up with that tune, do you suppose? As I said, he's been stock still the entire time, and if you look closely, his lips aren't moving either. Ah. So I'm not sure what's actually responsible for the spirited singing, but I suspect the answer lies at the end of Iris's gaze.
So where is she looking then? Should we look at the herbal tea? Well, the cup's empty, that's for sure. So I suppose this mysterious gentleman must have drunk the contents. Iris's special blends are quite delicious, I agree. They always make my heart sing. So I can understand wanting to vocalize those feelings, certainly. In fact, Mr. Naruhodo, you often erupt in boisterous laughter after drinking Iris's tea. I do? Maybe I should take some lighter laughter lessons from Susato-san in the near future. Oh, he has a boisterous laughter, just like me. So where are we? Where's she looking then? Maybe just... We know this mask. Oh, you're right. So does that mean... No, surely not. It couldn't be, could it? No, it's most definitely not him. Oh no, of course, it's not. Thank goodness. But then, why is this gentleman now wearing it? She can't even recognize her dad from this close up? I'm afraid, once again, I really have no idea. Wait, why am I... maybe she's looking at this. Wait, this... It's a gramophone. Still rarely seen in our own country. That's what it was. That's obviously where the sing comes. The sound certainly appears to be coming from the horn. But machines singing... That can't be right. Science and technology are changing the world rapidly, Mr. Naruhodo. What's right is changing too. It's too much for my brain. Well, at least we found our answer. There we go. Take that! Take that! The reason for the man's mildly irritating warbling is... What? The reason for the man's mildly irritating warbling is revealed by the gramophone. Indeed, for no well-bred gentleman would break into an obscure folk song when making a social call. In other words, this gentleman isn't singing at all, in fact. It would appear that the fellow is unconscious. Well deduced, Sholmes. Well done, well done. Ah, the music seems to have stopped now. What a shame. I ask you, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes? Why would I have purchased a recording of that gibberish? Oh, Merizian, you've got to go now. We will have fun with it. It seems like such a big mystery. It's very difficult to solve who that is, at least. Why he's passed out is another question, but I'm sure we'll find out soon. Or should I know? Well, never mind. On with the deduction. Who exactly is this gentleman availing himself so thoroughly of the settee? Just take off the goddamn mask. As it happens, a number of years ago, a certain gentleman of German origin engaged my service in solving a particular delicate case. It required the retrieval of letters once sent to an acquaintance that might have proved problematic. In order to conceal his noble identity, he also arrived at my office in a mask. The gentleman's name was Wilhelm Gottreich Sigismund von Ormstein, the King of Germany. If my memory serves, the mask worn by this gentleman is identical. Yes, there can be no question that mask belongs to the King of Germany. No. Although we've already established that it was actually the King of Bohemia. It seems Mr. Sholmes intends to persist with his Germany theory for some reason. Come to think of it, the young prince was wearing a mask as well, wasn't he? Master Gotz, the boy whom you had in tears. Don't remind me. Or anyone else. Do you suppose all members of the aristocracy of mainland Europe wear masks? I'm sure they do. But probably anyway. The point is, that mask doesn't belong to any king. No, that's right, as we well know. Because we can identify the true owner of this mask. Well, we know that this mask belongs to him. Take that! Kazuma Asogi. Yes, there can be no question. That mask belongs to Kazuma Asogi. In other words, my memory is sublimely unreliable. Oh, thank you for finally admitting it. For finally saying it. Just, you know, the first step to improvement is acknowledgement. And, you know, you are acknowledging it. So, this feels so nice, actually. It feels so nice. Only could you try to make that sound positive? Kazuma's mask has been languishing on this metal chest for several days. Though that doesn't explain why the gentleman is wearing it now. But it is now a simple matter to determine our guest's true identity. After all, the gentleman is unconscious. We need only excuse ourselves in advance, gently lift the mask, and peer beneath it. There we go. It's Mikotoba. What a surprise. I had no idea that was gonna happen. Oh well. I need to pee real quick. I'm gonna pee. I'm gonna pee and then I'll be right back. Sometimes it just comes on suddenly like that. I don't know what it is. But then we shall continue this before we go on to Jackbox Games. Walla bala ba. And we're back. Oh, I paused again at a moment where there was no music. It's more fun to pause at a moment where there's music. I don't believe it.
Father.
Oh, I came right back when the ad started. Whoopsie. Could have timed that differently, couldn't I? Oh well, what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Just refilling my drink. Fire of Resolve. You've got to... Dang, I have to leave for today and miss the coolest parts. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Can't have everything in life.
Father.
I'm afraid, Miss Susato, you must be Mr...
No, I think not, Mr. Sholmes.
Then it would appear our logic and reasoning has once again revealed the truth. This mysterious visitor
is my unconscious father, Eugene Mikotoba.
So what did you do? Logic and reasoning? Or just... Okay, that feels like a good moment for a... should I do this as a... Is that a good... Is that a good... Oh shit, I'm moving the wrong thing. Thumbnail time? Thumbnail? Where do we... How do I... Oh, I'm actually like wearing kind of similar colors, don't I? How's this? Got it. And I put the... Hold on, I can put a marker here. Oh, I'm so pro. I totally got this. Now I got a marker in the thing, and I know where to find it. And just in case, you know what? I'm going to take a screenshot of this one here. There we go. Pro. Hold on. So, okay. Logic or just looking and saying. I mean, that's a special face. He doesn't make that face all the time. Feels like a special face. Hide the coffee cup. Which leaves us with one remaining imponderable. Yes, you, young Iris. But your apparently inexplicable silence is unable to hide the truth. Yes, the reason for your muteness is concealed inside that knapsack. So, that's a £5 note poking out from Iris's knapsack, is it? Oh dear, I can't be sure. Most money that we encounter is in coin form. I know. I'm not even sure if we've seen any banknotes here in Britain at all, have we? But anyway, Father would never have paid money for Iris's silence. He certainly seems like the silent type himself, though, judging by his present state. There must be some other reason for Iris's silence, I suppose. Perhaps what Iris is trying so hard not to give away with her eyes. Something entirely different. Okay. So can we look at the knapsack? Now I think about it. Iris always wears that little bag on her back, doesn't she? Yes, that's right. Though,
It's easy to forget about it because you can't see it from the front. Very clever. There are 2 little felt dolls attached to it as well. Are there? I had no idea. I don't remember ever seeing them before. Is it possible there's always a £5 note poking out from a bag that I just haven't noticed before too? I couldn't say that with absolute certainty, but I think it's unlikely. Okay, so what else are we looking at then? So we have the cup thing behind. Version slipper? Are we looking at that? The slipper features in the adventure of... it does. When I first saw it there on the mantelpiece, I very nearly fainted with excitement. Doesn't Iris keep her 11s in there? Yes, that part was never mentioned in the stories. We could swap it for the Japanese equivalent of a slipper for fun. In other words, a wooden getter symbol. But then it wouldn't be possible to hide anything inside. Which matters because... Where are we looking at? Oh, maybe the metal chest. This metal chest? It contains important documents, doesn't it? Yes. Details of all the cases Mr. Sholmes has worked on over the years. Written up by Iris's father, if I'm remembering correctly. Iris insists that the chest is kept locked at all times. She's never once shown me inside. Well, its contents are invaluable to her, I suppose. And entirely irreplaceable. Look at it now. The catch is unlocked for once. Ah! So it is. That's hard to ignore. So she poisoned him because he was trying to look in the chest. Very. I've never seen that chest unlocked before in all the time we've been staying here at Baker Street.
Take that!
Well, that's clearly what she's looking at. Yes, the reason for your muteness is concealed inside that metal chest. An excellent observation, for upon closer inspection there is something different about the chest's appearance. It's kept locked at all times, yet now the catch is open. Evidently, this has something to do with your refusal to speak, Iris. But it's a simple enough matter to incite you to speak, I'm sure. I merely need to open this chest. Here we go. No. Hurley.
Don't.
Ah. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe that should... Oh, shit, too late. Maybe that should have been the thumbnail. He's dead.
Never. Oh, Hurley, I told you not to open it.
Ever so brief, Iris changed her voice. Ah, so you found... That was perfect! You found your voice now, Iris. I don't know what you mean. That was just that was impressive. That was meta. That was some meta commentary there, Ryunosuke. Crazy. In other words, what just happened clearly reveals the truth here. Yeah, I've planned this the whole time. Yes, the real reason for your silence until now is... This is somewhat different to the usual dance of deduction you perform with Mr. Sholmes, isn't it? Well, he's left me alone on the ballroom floor, so I'm going to have to dance this next part solo. And anyway, I need to get to the bottom of this for my own peace of mind. Now then, Iris isn't usually the silent type, so...
You mean you don't actually know the answer yet? Despite that knowing point of the finger before?
Misusato, sometimes a man needs to point his finger first and think later. That's right.
Oh, well, if you say so. I think we'd better examine Iris more closely and try to rescue the situation then.
The real reason for the silence until now. Why couldn't Iris open her mouth the whole time? Okay, because she has a key on her fingers? What's this all about? That's a key she's holding, look. I'm sure that wasn't in her hands before, was it?
No, you're quite right. It's appeared as if by magic.
That's strange. A big old iron key. Where did it materialize from? Okay, then maybe this is it. The key? What's that? Yes. The real reason for your silence until now is that key behind your back. When Mr. Sholmes was thrown into the air before. Just before you called out to try to stop him, you slipped something out of your mouth. That something is the key now in your hands, no doubt the key to the chest.
You're so clever, Runo.
So now it becomes clear. Thanks to Mr. Sholmes' graphic demonstration, we can well imagine what happened here. Professor Mikotoba also opened that metal chest only to be punched into the air and land sprawled on the settee.
But wait, that doesn't explain all the facts.
What about the stylish scarf and the cup of tea? And above all,
why would he be wearing Kazuma-sama's mask?
Well, I think Iris did it to hide him. Clearly, an unbelievable miracle took place in this room. Isn't that right, Iris? Ooh, it's Smack Ryunosuke again. Look at this smug guy. What's happened? What's happened? Consider how the room was arranged before this whole painful experience took place. When Professor Mikotoba opened the chest, completely unaware of what awaited him inside. Oh, what? So it got flung up. The mask was flung into the air just as he was, only to land neatly on his face when it fell back down. Yeah, no. And the teacup's journey through the air ended when it caught on the unconscious professor's finger. That's just ridiculous.
You mean to say that the stylish scarf
is actually just a tablecloth? This is the great detective's office, after all. A place of miraculous deductions. Would you expect anything less?
Yes. You're right. It happened exactly as you said. Brilliant, Runo.
Thus concludes Ryunosuke Naruhodo's great deduction of this punchy puzzle. Aw, that is also cute. Maybe I could also do this as a. This is also cute. Hold on. Although usually I have it always on the other side. Now I'm confused. Which side is better? I don't know. Maybe I prefer the other one. Anyway. Punchy puzzle. I can take a screenshot of that here. What just happened? I kind of want to make Iris's voice deep again, or is this her permanent voice now? I'm not sure.
So then, why don't I make a fresh pot of tea for all of us?
Objection!
Oh. Admirable performance, Mr. Naruhodo. But in the final act of the show there, you rather missed everything of importance.
Is there a whole nother deduction now, or...
Mr. Sholmes, if you would cast your mind back to my... If you would cast your mind to my earlier deduction. Iris, clearly you're hiding a great secret. She is, from the look on her face. Mr. Sholmes must be right. Whatever that great secret is, the cat isn't out of the bag yet. So I put it to you again. You were attempting to abscond with that coffee cup. It really is a shame about Mr. Sholmes' cup. It must have been smashed when Professor Mikotoba opened the chest. Oh dear. So many things seem to have been broken here. But now that the deduction has taken a different direction, Iris doesn't seem to be trying to hide the broken cup anymore. In other words, the great secret is something else. Let's put our observational skills to work here one final time. So what's this about? Mr. Sholmes' favorite cup. All that's left of it, just the handle. It was obviously hurled into the air along with Professor Mikotoba, if only it had been this cup that had caught on his finger before it hit the floor. Yes. But anyway, whatever Iris is trying to hide, it's clearly not this handle. Yep.
Ah, what's underneath here? It's a case file.
Ah, look! There! There seem to be more papers there. Iris trying to hide them under the tray? The insignia, Mr. Naruhodo. It's an official Scotland Yard document. What? But why would Iris have... We must ask her. An official Scotland Yard document.
Take that!
Well, that's it then.
You were attempting to abscond with that case file. Iris, as you know very well, nothing escapes the attention of the great detective. Oh no. We visited Scotland Yard's autopsy laboratory earlier today. And Dr. Gorey informed us that the autopsy, report of Clint Van Zieks had gone missing. She's scary. Clint Van Zieks, yes, I do seem to recall that some years ago I asked to see the report in question. You were with me, weren't you, Iris? You mean it was you, Iris? So those papers you have there are... I'm sorry.
Forgive me. I've been found out.
No. Elementary.
Poor Iris. Is that a good moment to stop, or is this going to be like a whole more talk now? Is it just a tiny bit more? I would like to have thought I could have predicted the booby-trapped chest, but he caught me completely off guard. I was very nearly the late consulting detective Herlock Sholmes. There's a lot of yap, but I'm almost done. Okay.
I'm sorry, Hurley.
So you mean this autopsy report really is...
Yes, I took it from the lab, even though I knew it was very important.
Was there something in it that troubled you, Iris?
But I'm almost done with the chapter. Oh, as in, like, not the whole case, right?
Not exactly something that troubled me. Something I've been looking for. When I saw this report, when I saw the writing in it, I knew it was Daddy's.
The writing? Your father's writing? What do you really mean? Iris? It must be something that's hard for her to talk about.
Forgive me for interrupting, my dear fellows.
Mr. Shums, what is it?
I feel as though the poor unconscious gentleman on the settee has been somewhat forgotten.
Ah, Father!
Perhaps we should find our guest somewhere more peaceful to rest. Mr. Naruhodo,
Yes?
would you be so kind as to lend him your bed? We must do our very best to make him comfortable, I feel.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll help you carry him up.
So will I. No, I can manage alone, thank you. You have tea to enjoy. We wouldn't want Iris's brew to stew. Because there's no better way to make the professor comfortable than dragging him upstairs like a trunk.
I wonder. Perhaps that was deliberate. Maybe Mr. Shums is making himself scarce to give Iris the chance to talk more freely. We must use this opportunity to talk with Iris and find out what's going on.
All right, tell us about your daddy then.
Would you like to tell us about it, Iris? About your father?
I'm sure I've told you before, didn't I? Our Daddy used to be Early's partner.
Yes. And that notes about all the cases they solved together are kept inside that metal chest.
That's right. Early told me, you see. He said that Daddy's somewhere far away now, so we can't meet.
That's one way of describing it.
Then, when I secretly unlocked the chest and read through the papers inside, I started to build up a picture in my head of what Daddy must be like.
Well, that's only natural. You're just like any other girl of your age.
I read that Daddy was a professor of medical science, so I studied and took my degree too.
Oh, well, that's only natural, I suppose. In that respect, you're not quite like any other girl of your age, though.
But there was one thing that I could never find out. Daddy's name.
Huh?
His name wasn't anywhere on any other notes that he'd made about his work with Early. But then one day...
That's what happened, is it? When you saw this autopsy report, you finally managed to work it out, is that right?
Yes.
So it was the handwriting in the report that caught her eye.
Okay. When I saw the writing on that report, I could hardly believe it. I know that handwriting, I thought to myself.
Because it was the same as the writing you'd seen on your father's case notes.
Exactly. I was desperate to compare the two properly. I needed to see them side by side. I asked the doctor in the laboratory, but I was told I couldn't take the reports away. And even worse, I was told for the first and last time we'd be allowed even to look at it there.
So you decided to steal it.
When I compared the autopsy report with the case notes I had here, there was no doubt. The handwriting was exactly the same. It was Daddy's.
And the signature of the coroner at the bottom of the autopsy report read Dr. John H. Wilson.
So that's how I finally found out. I learned Daddy's name at last.
I see.
Ever since then, I've called myself Iris Wilson. And that's also when I had the brilliant idea of writing stories all about Daddy's exciting times with Hurley. I decided, there and then, that I'd write the adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, Iris. I had no idea the stories had quite such a deep personal significance for you.
I can see why the autopsy report was so important to her now, and why she was prepared to break the law to get her hands on it. I must apologize, Iris. Huh? This is really all my fault. Early. I made a promise, you see, that until the time was right, I'd keep the details about your father a secret. I know. I've been very naughty. I'll take the autopsy report back to Dr. Gori and apologize. I promise. Yes. We'll go together, I think. I'm sorry. It's just with that voice. Then let me look after it for you until we get there. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it wasn't the right voice. I must go and water my herbs, I think. I'll see you all later. And there she was gone. Oh, Iris. She must be feeling awful. I know Mr. Sholmes is here for her, but still. Oh god, what's happening next? Do we stop it here? Is there going to be a whole thing now happening? What? Oh. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Sholmes? Should we find this out on the next stream? Because I feel like this is going to be a whole thing now, isn't it? Mr. Sholmes. Oh, dear me. So, you've noticed, I see. But that would mean... What on earth's the matter, Mr. Sato? You've turned as white as a sheet. It's this autopsy report, Mr. Naruhodo. The one from 10 years ago. The writing isn't Dr. Wilson's at all. Huh? What do you mean? How could you possibly... Because I know this writing very well. This writing? It's my father's. What? Professor Mikotoba's? Indeed, it's true. And... Wait, is Iris Japanese? Now you know, my dear fellows. No, I don't know anything. What on earth does all of this mean, Mr. Sholmes? Because the idea that's slowly forming in my mind, it's just too extraordinary to believe. Please, you have to explain. I said I was gonna do the what is it? The Jackpot games, isn't it? If it's gonna be like another half hour or something like that, then I'd rather do it next time. I think but how much more is it? Just a few more minutes? Okay, I'm gonna do like 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, and then I won't be pressured into things. It's my choice. Fine. Okay, let's find him. Autopsy report writing. So, this autopsy report was actually penned by Professor Mikotoba then. But that makes no sense. It's not possible, surely. Not possible. My dear fellow, please take a deep breath and think again.
Yes, you're right. In some ways, it actually makes a great deal of sense. It does? 10 years ago is when Father returned to Japan after his extended study tour in Britain. And prior to his return, where was Dr. Mikotoba engaged? Ah, of course. He was an assistant in Dr. Wilson's laboratory, learning about forensic science. And as an assistant, he would have aided with the dissection work, making detailed notes, which would be assembled into the full autopsy report. Once the work was complete, the head coroner would check the contents and put a signature on the document. In other words, the only writing of Dr. Wilson's in the report would be his signature at the end. I see. So Iris got the wrong end of the stick, you mean? She saw that and assumed the whole report had been written by Dr. John H. Wilson, which is very understandable, of course. What a complicated situation. I'm not sure if I'm seeing through all of this, to be honest. The details of Clint's autopsy report. Oh, what's up, Sherlock Holmesy? Thanks for the follow. The details of Clint's... okay, right. Welcome, welcome. All right, your partner. Thinking about it, most of what we know about you, Mr. Sholmes, comes from the published stories of your exploits. Yes, The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, written by Iris. And we really have no way of knowing what's fact and what's fiction. Most troubling for you, my dear fellow, I'm sure. Oh shit, yeah, it's Sherlock Holmesy. Who is Sherlock Holmesy? Never heard about it. So, what about this supposed partner of yours? Did he really exist or not? Ah, you've come straight to the point, I see. And please come straight to the answer. I believe Iris explained it in one of her installments. He was a trusted comrade and the only person I could truly have called a friend. And did this partner of yours truly make a record of all your cases? Are his notes really stored inside that metal chest? Absolutely, my dear madam, absolutely. So, where's your partner now? We rarely meet. You see, he lives on the other side of the world. But if this autopsy report and the records of all your old cases were penned by the same hand, and if the autopsy report was written, though not signed, by your famous partner, there would only be one logical conclusion. Pray, impress me. Your partner would have to be Eugene Mikotoba. In other words, Misusato's father? Upon my word, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? You're coming along wonderfully. You have hit upon the method at last. You finally grasped the art of deduction. You mean to say... Allow me to introduce you to my great friend and partner, Mikotoba. Professor Mikotoba? Okay, I don't really know what's happening. Does this mean that you're the real Dr. Wilson?
No, my dear. I'm still my old self. Eugene Mikotoba, your father.
Oh, of course. This is obviously too much for Susato-san to take in.
I must say, though, how my old friend has attained worldwide celebrity as a great mystery solver is the greatest mystery of all. I still remember the first time we met. Ah, pray remind me. When was it again, Mikotoba?
16 years ago, Sholmes. Ah, yes, quite. 16 years ago. I just arrived from Japan with Seishiro and Genshin. I was in search of lodgings close to the hospital. Some comfortable rooms at a reasonable price. But rents are devilishly high in that particular area. That's right. So I decided I needed someone to share lodgings and the expense, and was fortunate enough to be introduced to Sholmes, who found himself in a similar situation. I was a callow fellow back then, a mere shadow of the great detective you see before you now. I was working at the hospital's chemical laboratory at the time, indulging my curiosities for a little again. And the situation of our cohabitation led us to pursuing cases together, you see. Hard to believe it was a mere 6 years. We had a great many adventures. But in the last year of Mikotoba's stay in Britain, that most infamous case presented itself. The case with which you become rather familiar yourselves. The professor's killings. After the trial, Seishiro and I were summoned back home. Hardly surprising given the circumstances. So there you have it. And as you know, all the details recorded by my trusty chronicler remain in that metal chest. This is just amazing. Professor Mikotoba really is Mr. Sholmes' famous partner. Father? Goodness, my dear. What a cutting look. As your daughter, I'm very proud to learn that you were the great detective's great partner. But nevertheless, there's another mystery that I really must ask you to explain now. And that is... You know very well what that is. The unresolved matter of Iris's father. Ah, of course, I'd almost forgotten about that one. I should have seen this coming, I suppose. Okay, this is the last one we're doing. And then we're moving on. That's it. Iris told us that all the notes about the great detective's adventures that are in that metal chest were written by her father. Is that correct, Mr. Sholmes? That is indeed what I told young Iris. But if you're Mr. Sholmes' partner, father, and you wrote all those case notes, then Iris's father must be you. Ah. On my word, Miss Susato. You are coming along wonderfully as well. You two have hit upon the method at last. You finally grasped the art of deduction. What? What you've always told me, father, is that my mother died when I was born 16 years ago. And you left me in grandmother's care whilst you embarked on your study tour of Britain. And I've always accepted that, but all this about Iris. Well, there it is. Susato-san's ice-cold stare. Is she gonna throw someone now? No, now hold a minute. It was very complicated. I mean, it's really not what you think. And perhaps you'd like to explain exactly what it is. There it is. Now the ice go from ice-cold to red-hot just before... Is she gonna throw me now? Is that what's gonna happen? No, really. You've got the wrong end of the stick. Sholmes, say something, man. That's quite enough, my fiery fellows. Mr. Sholmes? When did he get all dressed up? Did he get dressed up? What is he supposed to wear here now? Oh, we have to go back to the normal clothes. Otherwise, we don't see what's happening.
whilst I don't like to interrupt this exciting exploration of the past. Oh, Aim, I'm so sorry. You have to go. You have to go. No worries, no worries. Exactly. We're just finishing this, and then we go to do some Jackbox games. Whilst I don't like to interrupt this exciting exploration of the past, Mikotoba and I have an urgent matter that requires a short excursion. Oh, see, so they're with me. But it's very late, Mr. Sholmes. Where must you go? Why, my dear madam, is that not obvious? My partner and I must pursue our natural enemies, the toilets. So get your coat, Mikotoba. The game is afoot.
But Sholmes, I really must give Susato a full explanation, I think.
Later, my dear fellow, later. Our carriage awaits. Downstairs already.
You haven't changed one iota, have you? I mean, really. I visit our home after 10 long years, and when I open that chest, in a fit of nostalgia, I quite inexplicably pass out. And as if that wasn't enough, when I eventually regain consciousness, I'm plunged straight into all this.
Father, please, go with Mr. Sholmes now.
What?
I've no doubt that whatever happened, you are acting in everyone's best interests. I trust you. Completely.
Susato.
And sending the great detective and his great partner off on renewed adventures together is more than I could have hoped for in my wildest dreams.
Very well then. We'll speak again later.
So, I believe your own work is done for the day. I wish you the best of luck for tomorrow.
Yes, Naruhodo. Good luck in battle and in reaching a decision.
A decision? But whether to go back to Japan, I suppose?
All right.
So much happened that day that I barely knew what to do with myself.
Oh, voiced line.
It would only be later that I'd come to realize how amidst the chaos I'd unleashed were all the clues I needed to finally unearth the truth, and that all the turmoil was necessary to give me the resolve to see everything through.
The resolve to see everything through, indeed. There you go, you've done it. Wait, so this is literally the end? Wait a minute, what? Wait. But we haven't finished the case yet, have we? I'm confused. Was this literally the end of the episode 4? Oh shit. So this is literally the end of the chapter. I'm so confused. I thought each chapter was one case. But we haven't, like, acquitted. Oh, fuck, it's a two-parter. The resolve of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Who would have thunk? All right. Well, I guess we made it to the end of the case. It is a big case. I guess that's why you all were so pushing me to get to this, eh? I do understand it. But I said I was going to start the Jackbox game like half an hour ago. But that's all right. We can still start it now. But I'm just so surprised we made it to the end of this case now. I just kind of thought we would go back to court. But, wow. Surprising. Wow, we made it to the end of another one. Well, I'm gonna just take a couple of minutes to refill my static. Y'all can have a nice stretch and whatever. Whoever wants to stick around for some Jackbox games, then do. If you're not down for it, that's also okay. You know, if we're just a small group, that's also fine. So but yeah, if you want to stick around, then do. And if not, then not. But I'll see y'all in a couple of minutes. I'll just change like the description and everything, right? I have to change that, and then and then we'll be back. We'll be back in a minute for some Jackbox games. So I see you all in a moment. Bye-bye for now. If you're leaving, bye-bye. And otherwise, I'll see you in a couple of minutes.